radio is so powerful, man. I don't care what anybody says. Here's what I believe, personally speaking. There are artists who might never need radio. And those artists are the kind of artists that you listen to on SoundCloud or listen to on the blogs, because they're the cool artists, the underground artists that might not even want radio. They might be like, I don't want radio. I want people to discover my music on the internet. I want people to discover my stuff through, and they got millions and millions and millions and millions of SoundCloud streams. But because they're cool, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of these new cats who are coming up like that, like even your Bryson Tillers and your Tory Lanez. They come out through underground. And then the underground sound comes up, and then all of a sudden radio's like, oh shit, well we have to play him because all these cats are talking about him and we ain't playing him. You know what I mean? And then there's other people who, you got to remember that not everybody checks blogs, not everybody listens to SoundCloud. The average man is waking up in the morning, he's getting ready for work, putting on the radio, driving to work. They ain't making a mixtape for themselves. You know what I mean? They put it on the radio, so what they hear on the way, and then they get there, and the radio might be playing in the office, and then they come back home, what they're hearing is what they are perceiving to be a hit. Or what this is, I guess, what's popping right now. So if you're not on a radio, a lot of people don't even think you exist anymore. Where you might be having millions of stuff plays, downloads on the internet, but if that layman doesn't hear you on radio, they might be like, oh, what happened to him? You know what I mean? And so radio is very important. No, I don't think the splits are fair at all. I mean, just being honest, they're not. It's insane. I could be paid 10 million times on Spotify, and it does not equate that on a check, believe me. PRS and radio royalties, of course, completely different. But here's the thing, I'm not going to complain about it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to complain about it because it's the new model. You have to go where it's at. You know what I mean? And it's like, back in the day, they could charge you £12 for a record, a vinyl. You're not going to pay that for a CD. Now nobody even wants to buy a CD. You know what I mean? Then they're not even going to pay 99p for a song. They want it for 59p. What do? You have to if that's where it's at, and if people have to cut their prices the whole way, then that's what it is. And if Spotify and all the streaming sites know how powerful they do, because they are powerful. Because right now, you go onto Spotify, you can listen to any song in the world whenever you want, for free. You pay your subscription, right? But basically, how can you compete with that? You can't compete with that. So does an artist want their shit to be on Spotify and have millions of streams, and then other people can see that? Promoters, companies who want to endorse you, they can go straight up on Spotify and go, rah, this guy is popular. And that's it. So we need them too.